They move money like magicians. It is a sleight of hand on a global scale. Vast sums of cash, stained with the residue of narcotics, violence, human suffering, appear in one place. Then, just as quickly, they vanish into the complex circulatory system of the world's economy. This is not magic. It is not an accident. It is a meticulously planned, brutally efficient system, the dark art of money laundering. Who are the masterminds behind this global financial conspiracy? The primary operators are sophisticated organized crime groups. The drug cartels of Latin America are among the most infamous and proficient. They operate like multinational corporations of crime, hierarchical, specialized, strategic. Their networks span continents, a caste far beyond the cliché of the enforcer, patient, ruthless, exceptionally clever. Survival depends not on arms alone, but on the sophistication of their accountants. Their success relies on complicity and corruption, from low-level customs agents to high-ranking politicians rewriting laws. Financial institutions can be critical partners, sometimes unwitting, sometimes not. The first and most perilous step is placement. Introducing physical cash, the raw product of crime, into the financial system is the riskiest stage. The challenge: break huge sums into smaller, less suspicious amounts. One enduring method: bulk cash smuggling. Cars, trucks, containers, luggage. Vacuum sealed in tanks, stitched into seats, concealed with legitimate goods. Once across a permissive border, deposits face fewer questions. Smurfing, structuring, keeps deposits below the $10,000 threshold. Networks make ordinary-looking deposits that add up to significant sums. Cash-heavy fronts commingle dirty money with daily takings and bank it as revenue. Auditors struggle to separate real sales. Taxes paid create a legal-looking paper trail, at a cost. Once dirty money is placed, the second stage, layering, begins. Its goal is to obscure the criminal origins through complex transactions and a confusing paper trail. Funds pass through a labyrinth of accounts, companies, and countries. A primary tool is the shell company, entities that exist only on paper. No office, no employees, no real business, just legal structures to hold and move money. Dozens can be set up in jurisdictions known for secrecy. Panama, the British Virgin Islands, the Cayman Islands. Money is wired shell to shell in rapid succession, each transfer adding complexity and distance. Trade-based laundering exploits legitimate international trade to move value. A front imports cheap goods from a controlled exporter. The invoice is massively inflated. Paying it shifts hundreds of thousands in dirty money under the guise of normal trade, or in reverse via under-invoicing. Professional intermediaries and financial instruments deepen the maze. Funds might be sent to another country, converted, invested briefly, then wired again in a third currency. Each step is designed to break the chain of evidence and exhaust investigators. More layers, more tangles, less traceability. Offshore shells accelerate opacity. Rapid succession transfers bury origins. Temporary placements add transaction noise. Professional confidentiality shields flows. The objective is simple: sever the money from the crime. On paper. And once obscured, it can re-enter the world as if it were always clean. Real estate has long been a favored vehicle, especially in integration. It offers stability, value appreciation, and an air of legitimacy. Vast sums can be parked in luxury apartments, mansions, even entire buildings. Illicit cash becomes a tangible, high-value asset. Later sales appear as legitimate capital gains. Opaque ownership, shells and trusts, buries the true beneficiary. A penthouse can be bought through a company in a secrecy jurisdiction, no personal name on record. Weak diligence, by negligence or by design, lets it pass. Casinos. Buy chips with cash, play a little, or not. Cash out as documented winnings. $1 million in cash is bulky. $1 million watch is not. Moved across borders and resold, proceeds appear as legitimate income, often with confidential buyers and sellers. Section 7. The Digital Frontier. Cryptocurrency and Virtual Casinos. As technology evolves, so do the methods of the money launderer. Digital currencies offer speed and a degree of anonymity that banking can't match. Funds move in minutes, without intermediaries obligated to report suspicious activity. Transactions are public, but addresses aren't tied to real identities. Mixing and tumbling services break the link between source and destination. Privacy coins conceal sender, receiver, and amounts, frustrating current forensic tools. Convert to privacy coin, hop anonymously, convert back, criminal origins erased, virtual casinos in loose jurisdictions, deposit, place token bets, withdraw as winnings. Dirty money buys in-game currency or items, later sold for clean cash. This frontier shifts constantly, presenting a relentless challenge to regulators and investigators. The impact reaches far beyond high finance. It inflicts deep, lasting damage, manifesting as violence and crime. Billions laundered aren't saved. They're reinvested into the enterprise. It buys weapons, pays armies, and expands trafficking routes. It fuels turf wars and the intimidation and murder of rivals, journalists, and officials. Illicit floods create bubbles and price out honest families. Fronts can sell at a loss indefinitely. Fair competition dies. Laundered money is the lifeblood of corruption, buying silence and favorable verdicts. When justice seems for sale, trust in government, the judiciary, and law enforcement collapses. This is a transnational threat. Crime in one region ripples through markets and security worldwide. It is a system that undermines global security for private gain. It's deeply damaging. Section 9. The Unseen War. A relentless war is waged in the shadows to disrupt financial networks. This battle is fought with ledgers, code, and international cooperation. Investigators painstakingly unravel layering schemes across borders. Operations target not just foot soldiers, but financial masterminds. Money moves at light speed. Cross-border legal help can take months or years. Criminals exploit seams where cooperation is weakest. Global bodies set standards, flag high-risk states, and pressure reforms. Banks must monitor for red flags, large cash, rapid hops, opaque structures, and file SARs. SARs provide critical leads. The system isn't perfect, but it trips bad actors. There are major seizures and arrests, but as long as crime is profitable, this will be a perpetual uphill battle. The story of money laundering is about control and the power to make the illicit look legitimate. The cartels will not stop. They will continue to innovate. New tech, weak laws, willing partners. Tomorrow's methods will be harder to trace. This is not a decisive battle, but a persistent struggle. Demand, profit, corruption. Seizing billions treats symptoms. Global networks absorb losses. We need vigilance from every sector, close loopholes, enforced transparency, resource investigations. Real estate and luxury markets must practice rigorous due diligence. The public must demand accountability. Apathy is the launderer's best friend. This money is stained with violence, corruption, and human misery. Hidden money is hidden power, and hidden power is the most dangerous kind of all.